Hello! Welcome back. This is Alethea Thomas. Actually from the future. When I was editing this video, I realized that I didn't create an introduction for this video. So here I am, creating an introduction for the video. In this one, you're going to see me discussing 24 hours of reading, what books I'm going to be reading during that 24 hours, and just little kind of snippets of vacation coming up. So I hope that you'll enjoy. But I guess we'll just go right on into the video. So I will check back with you in a little bit. Goodbye. Hello. Finally getting away from my children for 5 minutes. So I've got to make this kind of short because I'm sure they will be after me in just a few minutes. I'm out in the woods. We're at the cabin. It's wonderful out here. So on the way in, on the road, I finished. That sun is just right there. Hang on. Ooh, there we go. That's better. I finished The Two Towers. Not my favorite. Not as good as the first book, Fellowship of the Ring. But I think everybody expects that, or knows that anyway. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Probably a 4.5, 4.75. Not a perfect book, but still a really good book. It's still very interesting. And then once I got finished with that, I have gotten most of the way through, I don't know if that picks up well, most of the way through Where Angels Fear to Tread by E.M. Forster. It's all right. And I'm going to finish it because I want to see what happens. But it's really, I don't know, it's maybe like a 4-star for me. It's not great, and it would be better if it needs a little something more, and I'm not sure what that is. But I did like the last book that the last E.M. Forster I read, which was A Room with a View. That one was really good. But I don't know, this one's just not grabbing me the way that the other one did. So anyway, so once I get finished with that, then I'm probably going to go straight to The Return of the King and get that started. So right now it is Sunday, right? No, it is Monday. Today is Monday. So I am starting the 24 hours of reading right now. I'm not counting what I read on the way up here. So I think within the next 4 days, we could do 24 hours. I'm going to be timing it on my watch and on my phone. I don't have cell service out here, so I have to turn my phone off so it doesn't end up draining its battery, or I have to keep it on airplane mode. So anyway, we'll figure it out. But like I said, first we're going to finish up A Room with a View. I'm sorry, not A Room with a View, Where Angels Fear to Tread. And then move on to Tolkien and The Return of the King. Probably once I get started with Tolkien, I'm also going to tap into some of my other fiction that I brought, and I am deciding if it's going to be Anne of Ingleside or if I'm going to do The Age of Innocence. I haven't decided yet, but I'll pick up whatever sounds, probably The Age of Innocence, now that I'm really thinking about it. But anyway, let the 24 hours begin. I will check in with you all. Let the 24 hours begin. I will check in with you all as I progress. Bye. Hello again. My fabulous hairstyle here. We'll just ignore that for right now. So let's see here. This is an update. I am past 19 hours on the 24 hours of reading. So I'm chugging along pretty well on that. So we were on the road today to Estes Park in Colorado, and I read a bunch of The Lord of the Rings in that time. My poor book is definitely losing the cover this trip probably, and it's barely hanging on. It's really, really bad. I'd show you, but I'd have to put the camera down somehow, and I have one hand holding it, and y'all are really close to me. So that's just how that is. But anyway, I am 25% through, so I should finish it up pretty quick, probably in the next couple days or so, even if I don't finish it in the 24 hours. While I was in Estes Park, they have a library there, very nice library, and they were giving away free books, and I saw this one in the free book bin, and I thought it was really cute. It was a penguin edition of this called Solo Faces, and it's by James, is it Salter? Yes, James Salter. And it looked interesting. It's about a guy who enjoys vertical rock climbing, apparently. He really likes rock climbing. And what's interesting is this guy is from Aspen, Colorado, so hey, it's probably pretty detailed and really interesting and really well informed about rock climbing, which I know nothing about and would never really attempt myself. So, sorry, I've got people in the other room getting a fire put together, so they're a little bit loud. So if they're picking up on the mic, sorry. So yeah, I picked up Solo Faces, like I said, and then I did finish Where Angels Fear to Tread yesterday night, actually, and it was okay. I don't think I liked this one as much as I liked A Room with a View. This one was a bit more sad in places, and I didn't really like the English way of them, a lot of the main characters in this book and their thinking, and treating a child of a marriage that didn't really work out as property, where the husband of the marriage that didn't work out was an Italian, the mother was an English woman, and the English relatives were just like, well, that's our baby. And it's like, well, no, that's the father's baby. So, oh, sorry about that. I got broken in on by a child. Anyway, like I said, I didn't really like Where Angels Fear to Tread so much. Enjoyed A Room with a View better, but I'll probably go into that more in the next video I film and not for this one. So, anyway, back to 24 hours of reading and back to Return of the King. I was also thinking about maybe going ahead and starting another book too. So probably The Age of Innocence. So I'll probably have to go get that in a minute. So anyway, I'll check back in a little while. Bye. Hello. This is not the most stable thing to put the camera on because it dips really low on the car. We'll just deal with that. Hopefully we'll do this quick. I'm out today running a couple of quick errands really quick. Quick errands really quick. That's good. And just leaving the kids to my husband for just a little while. So I ran to a thrift shop. And boy, did this thrift shop have like everything I've ever wanted to wear when I was younger and it did not have money. But now I have money. So I limited myself though to one little set. I've got this little green set with a pair of shorts that goes with it. It's short sleeved. I'm so happy to find this because you don't find these things, good quality ones anyway, for less than like 40 bucks online. And I got this for $15. And then I found this top, and I don't really wear midriff showing tops a lot, but I couldn't say no. I really couldn't say no to this at all. I can wear this with some really, really high-waisted jeans, and I think I can get away with it. So I'm going to try that. If I can't, I'll give it to my daughter when she's older, because it's super cute. I really just could not say no. I mean, who could say no to that? It's just so cute. Anyway, so did a couple of thrift shops, hit a Nordstrom's rack. I'm trying to find a formal dress to wear to a wedding. I found a couple options there, but I didn't really know exactly what I wanted. There were some, what's that designer's name? Ralph Lauren dresses there that were really nice, and I really love Ralph Lauren dresses, but they were like $70–80 for a really nice formal dress, where I was hoping it'd be a little bit less. So I'm gonna go home, because I know there's a Nordstrom's rack when we get back home from our trip, and I think I will go check them out and see if they've got the same dresses maybe, and they may have them a little bit cheaper. I don't know. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing today. I've been listening to The Lord of the Rings while I've been driving around, so I've knocked out another 5 hours or so. I made a mistake and I left the timer on, counting down, and I woke up this morning and it was sitting at like 2 hours left, and I was like, oh no, and I have no idea where I was. I know I was less than 17 hours last night, so I don't know. I'm just going to keep reading The Lord of the Rings, listening to The Lord of the Rings. I'm mostly listening to it now because my poor paperback copy is so beat up. I've got some ideas around my paperbacks. I think I want to go ahead and try to bind them myself. You can take the back, like sand down the backing of them, and I want to keep like the original cover part, so maybe I can just rip the cover off somehow. Anyway, I'm gonna try binding them myself, and I think I'll do like a cloth bound sort of situation. So I think that would work out really well. I'm just trying to figure out what cloth I want to use. They've got Lord of the Rings inspired fabrics online, but I don't really like any of them that I've looked at so far, so I'm gonna keep looking to see. I don't want this to end up to being some really big project where I'm like embroidering covers or anything like that. I really don't want to take the time to do that, but we'll see what happens. I know that there are Lord of the Rings cross stitch patterns out there, so one idea is to make a cross stitch and then attach it to fabric and then put that on top of, you know, the cardboard that goes, the board that goes around the books. But anyway, it's been a really long time since I've bound anything. And I need to get a couple of tools to do it, but they're not expensive at all. And I know how to make the paste for the binding paste. That's really easy to make. But anyway, that's something I'm thinking about, and I'll probably do that in the next few months or so. Who knows? But yeah, that copy of Return of the King is just tattered to pieces, and like just the outside of it. And I just want to do something with it because I like them, and I don't want to just throw them out. But yeah. Okay, well, we'll just keep on going, and I'll check in with you guys later. And we're back again. I hope you didn't miss me. So that was it. That was everything. So now I'm just going to do kind of a really quick outro really fast and talk about what I read a little bit. Not too much, though. So let's get into that. Like I said during the video, I had finished the Fellowship of the Ring. So mid-June, I finished the Fellowship of the Ring, and then the Two Towers as well. I went through these really fast, and then I just finished Return of the King. So good. Love Tolkien. Love this series. But these books are in awful condition now, especially Return of the King. You can kind of see that, I'm sure. It is just tearing. Ooh, yeah, that's really bad. Just going to tear off. And so what I'm thinking about doing with these three, since the covers are in such bad condition anyway, The Two Towers, it's kind of bad. It's on there better than the rest of them, but it's been water stained, it looks like, or water damaged of some kind. So I'm thinking about doing like rebinding of these, and we'll get into that in just a minute, I think. But you know, just kind of a nice little fun project for me to do in the next few months or so. So after I got done with the Two Towers, and so after I got done with the Two Towers, and I was in the middle of reading The Return of the King, I decided I'd go ahead and finish up Where Angels Fear to Tread. This one was pretty good. I did not love it, though. I was hoping for maybe a lot more. Some of it was a little upsetting to read. Some of it was just aggravating and angry. I just didn't really like a lot of these characters. They weren't very likable people. But there wasn't anything in it that kept my interest on them either. You know, sometimes the villains are more interesting than the heroes, but there are like no heroes really in this book. Everybody has a flaw. And I mean, that's fine. But for some reason, it just didn't really capture me very well. Didn't really speak to me for some reason. So, I don't know. I'm hoping that the next E.M. Forrester I read, I'll love even more. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion on that one. But then I also started once I finished Where Angels Fear to Tread, I started up The Age of Innocence. And I love this book. I can tell already. I am thrilled and excited to read it. I'm really only 25% through, I want to say. I'm nearing the halfway point on it. I don't know if there's a bunch of notes or anything for this one in the back. Some of them do. Nah, it's not very much at all. But really liking this. I have a feeling this is going to be a 5-star for me. I like the atmosphere in this. I like the description. I like just those little everyday things described in the books. Drinking tea out of Japanese cups, for instance. Talking about the differences between people's homes in this book is just really, really interesting. Talking about the fabric, the furniture, Chippendale furniture, the silk, or the description of the damask fabrics, that kind of thing. I love that sort of thing, and it is so good, and I'm just enjoying the heck out of this. So I'm pretty sure it's 5 stars. I've seen the movie before, but I don't know what all changed from the movie. The one with Michelle Pfeiffer way back in the 90s, I think. That one's my one of my favorite movies. And I really should watch it again after I get done reading this. So that was pretty much the 24 hours of reading. I have picked up a couple of books since getting home, and I'm really very excited for those too. One of them that I have picked up, and I haven't taken my library hold sticker off of it yet that they put on there. Piranesi by Susanna Clark. The wait for this one was rather long, and I was going to get it faster if I got the physical copy, so that's what I did. So I think as soon as I'm done with The Age of Innocence, I'm going to start on Piranesi. I've got a couple of books that I am listening to as well, although I don't have my phone on me. Lore of the Wilds is the book I'm listening to right now, and it's really quite good. So I'll probably finish that up pretty quickly here soon. But we're really not here to discuss my TBR, so I don't know why I'm going on. So I'm thinking with the rebinding, I'm going to try and do the Lord of the Rings set as a coherent looking set, and I'm going to do the cloth bound type rebinding. So while I was at the library and so when I was looking at the catalog while I was on vacation, I went ahead and ordered this bookbinding book, put it on hold, and it looks like a really good resource. It has all kinds of pictures on how to do the different steps in the binding process, how to make the case, how to do the text blocking, what materials you need, that kind of thing. And they've got a lot of full color illustrations. Let me pick out a couple of good ones here, like that, for example. And let me see if they go over like what supplies you need. Just kind of that sort of thing. I like these full color detailed pictures. It will help me out a lot. And hopefully this will be pretty quick and easy. I remember as a child, a teenager maybe, we did like a personal journal. We did the folding, we folded the paper, we sewed the paper together, we bound, we made the casings, we bound the books, that kind of thing, just to make kind of a personal little journal. That was so long ago though. So I'm glad to get a resource like this. There's also multiple binding resources on YouTube. Lots of people that do the craft and do it really well. There's one in particular I love. I discovered recently who does the rebinding in the style of the Penguin cloth bound classics, which I would love to do as well. I may end up doing my Lord of the Rings ones as that style, but they're obviously going to be way smaller. Another idea was I have this raggedy old, copy of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. So I'm thinking about going ahead and rebinding this as well. Maybe this will be my experimental book, because you can find these everywhere and they're so cheap. And going ahead and doing a nice cloth-bound classic style rebind for this. So I think that would be really fun. So I have a lot coming up to do lately. I have a lot of things to think about, a lot of stuff I want to do, a lot of stuff I want to read. Jane Austen July is upon us, so I'm going to be doing a small video probably about that. Probably as part of the TBR video, more than likely. If I could speak, it might help. Probably going to be doing that as part of the TBR video. So I think that's about it. I hope that you all have enjoyed this video. I hope that we'll see you very, very soon. Have a great day. Bye.